So, Christian Right Bitch subscribed to me. And there's no videos and 0 favorites. And watched 7 channels. Last logged in 4 days ago. Christian Right Bitch. Dr. Paleo Dick. Logged in 4 days ago. 0 subscribers. Channel views 5. That's, I think he's taking the mickey out of Paleocrat, don't you think? If you're not familiar with Paleocrat. He's my friendly nemesis, Paleocrat. If you're watching, cheers to you, man. And that was fun calling into your show, and at some point I'll do it again. Let me know when I can get live streaming. Libertarian 800. And that's why it made me wonder if this was Gabe the Archangel, because he knows Paleocrat, and he has libertarian leanings, even though he'll probably deny it. The guy is so into categorizing political belief. I just go with my gut. Not Paleocrat. Gabe the Archangel really loves Billiothon. So there's this Billiothon, which I think is just a phony account based on this actual guy. I think called Billiothon, I guess. I don't know. The name rings a bell. But once again, last login 4 days ago. And this happened in the series of one evening. I happened to be on the computer, messing around, going from page to page. And I kept getting like, I have a new subscriber. I'm like, oh, great. I'll go look at their page. And there are all these phony accounts. I believe they're phony. They don't have any videos on them. No description, really. Jeremiah Dick Paleo. Oh, okay, that's a stab right at Jeremiah. Jeremiah, what's his last name? Oh, I can't remember. I know he doesn't like to be called Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Jeremiah. Jeremiah Dick. What is his last name? I'm sorry, man. I forgot your last name. Jeremiah Dick Paleo. So there's another one. Oh, and I put 2 comments. I forgot. I commented twice on his page. Nobody else has commented on it. Oh, Underground Listener did go over to Libertarian 800, though. Hey, Underground Listener, if you're watching, cheers. Cheers to you. Here's Underground. Any excuse to take a drink. So, yeah, Underground Listener was on here. And he's got his statistics on Bush versus Clinton. That's always fun. And, of course, Clinton comes out ahead. And this is why I thought it was Gabe the Archangel's nephew has an account that sounds very much like Phil Zuffi. And it's another bogus account. I'll stop even clicking on him. There's no videos watched. Last in 4 days ago. Citizenkong, which is a dig at me. And that's there. Citizen Dong, another dig at me. Citizen Lib. That's why I thought it might have been Gabe the Archangel. But no. It's not his style, really. It's more like a Guy Feller style, I think. Guy Feller. Haha, must be Guy Feller. Here's Guy Feller. And Dr. Bender, one of my characters. If you missed Dr. Bender, I'll bring him back. I was listening to a podcast of the Scott Mills show on BBC One. I think it's called BBC One. Chris Moyles International Radio. It's on one of the BBC radio stations. I don't know how the system works. I don't know that much about whether BBC One, BBC Two, what the difference is. But they were doing a gag where they were calling Americans and asking them to do a British accent. And from where they sit, they can look at Hugh Laurie, is that his name? The guy that does the TV show called House, does a very convincing American accent. And if you've seen Hugh Laurie interviewed, or any of his earlier stuff with a bit of Fry and Laurie, he's English. And he does a dead-on American accent. Great job. Well, their joke is that Americans can't do British accents. So Doc Rusty, if you're watching this, please feel free to criticize when I do my Dr. Bender routine, whether at least I sound somewhat like maybe a mid-Atlantic accent, You know, I'm hoping it's not bad, like somebody trying to do Mary Poppins or something, you know, Cockney. Dr. Bender subscribed to me. My own character has come to life. Same phony account business. No views, no videos, no favorites. Then I had the Brain Police sub to me, and this guy's for real. And this guy, I watched one video. And what did I watch? I watched one on... I forgot what it was. But this guy is the dry intellectual. Put a lot of thought into it. In fact, I think what he's almost writing like a thesis when he does this. And it's scripted, but it's, if you like this sort of thing, I recommend it because it was so thought out. Not rambling incoherently like me, you know, dry though. But I gotta hand it to you, man. You do your work, and it's very thought out. I may not agree with everything. Oh, I know what it was. I responded to something about... He started talking about egalitarianism, which is an aspiration for me. I like the idea of egalitarianism, but in the real practice, it's not going to work. It's like utopia, you know. But we can always strive for it, you know. I mean, this country was, what is it? What document says that all men are created equal? I mean, that's like egalitarianism, but we know that we're not all equal, you know. But we just like to think of the notion that we are. And Brain Police too, man. I'll have to go back and watch it. Very, very earnest, very thought out. A little dry, but good. Brain Police 3. Okay, so this guy saw that I had a subscriber named Brain Police and created another phony account. I think it's all the same guy. Killer Queen Carol sub to me. All right, Killer Queen Carol. So, and this is the Vampy Tranny. This is the, and she's so funny. She's great. I like her video. She has 2 videos out now. Well, 3, I guess, if you include some of her earlier stuff from her old channel. And she has a new one called Cackling Carol, and it's her telling a couple of jokes, and they're pretty good. It's good. I think it's a good shtick, you know, the wild and crazy transvestite. She's very funny. She makes me blush. We have a good back and forth. Hey, you know, I've talked about this before. I'm secure enough. More on that later. And look who subbed to me. Royal Order of the Fez. Yeah, well, that's my other new account that I created to deal with business pertaining to the network of evil. So if you're a fan of Citizenkong's Fez Nights, this will remain on this channel. But if you want to hear a little bit of gossip about what's going on between some of the people on YouTube, some of the new folks that I interact with, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's almost like scripted. There's drama that happens, you know, and you can follow that on the other channel. You know, there's people creating characters, and it's almost like a little microcosm of society, a Lord of the Flies sort of thing. Lately, it turned into Lord of the Flies when Angry Dummy made himself dictator. Anyway, if you're interested in that sort of nonsense, then check out my new channel, Royal Order of the Fez, or ROF for short.